Hello guys, welcome back to Media One International. And as it is said, necessity is the mother of invention. So today we are here at Alisam Designs trying to show you what innovations they made and how far they've used their waste products to come up with beautiful and amazing things. Let's see what they have in store for us. We train our focus on Newton Owino, the founder and proprietor of Alisam Products Development and Design, a pioneer in the use of novel technologies in the fashion industry to reduce its negative impact on the environment. The startup's journey began approximately 7 years ago when Newton made his way to the bustling shores and beaches of Lake Victoria in Newton's hometown of Kisumu. But the sight that greeted him belied his faith. Rubbish was floating on the brown, visibly polluted water. Among the muck were tons of discarded fish skins that were slowly turning the ambient shores rather than pungent. The sight disturbed Newton and set him on a quest to find a solution to the uniquely Kisumu problem of fish skin waste.
My name is Newton Owino. I am the proprietor of Alisam Products Development and Design Enterprise, and that is where you are today. The business was registered in 2006 but became officially operational in 2011. Our core business here is actually to convert fish skin into leather, and that is the process we call tanning. Out of the fish skin, we obtain a number of products. The first one is actually collagen, and collagen mainly it is the inner part of the skin. We have fish skin has got three main layers. We have the outer layer, we have the middle layer, which we call the corium. We have the inner layer, which is a proteinous kind of a layer, and that is where we obtain the collagen. This collagen, we use it for making shoes instead of the synthetic glue or gum. After turning this fish skin into leather, we now make a number of leather goods, including the fish leather jacket, the fish leather shoes, the fish leather belts, and very many other fish leather items. Apart from the fish skin, we also convert the fish eyes into earrings. We simply solidify the liquid part of the fish eyes to become the earrings. This is mainly sold in US as what we call the dancing earrings. We also convert the fish bones into a number of items like the bracelets, like the necklaces, and many other items, ornamental items. We also convert the innards of fish, that is the so-called intestines, into traps that we use for making the sandals. Well, those are the few items that we process from what we call the fish waste. Well, number one, I am a leather chemist by profession. Leather chemistry is different from leather technology. Leather chemistry means a lot. You can divide, you can improvise any way of converting that skin into leather. So with that knowledge, I realized in Kisumu, the only material that you could convert into leather is fish skin. Because in Kisumu, we only have four abattoirs. Those are slaughterhouses. We have one in Rabur, we have one here in Mamboleo, one in Chulaimbo, and then there's another one somewhere. The number of animals they slaughter is far much below what can sustain a tannery. Therefore, I realized that there are also other players, the other big players in the leather sector that are scrambling for these few skin and hides that come from all these slaughterhouses. Therefore, to avoid all this competition, I decided now to venture into a unique kind of leather, and that is the fish leather. In Kisumu, by the time I started, we had 7 filleting industries. Per year, they could produce close to 150,000 metric tons of this fish waste, of which out of this, 80% was actually fish skin. Now, all these were causing a lot of environmental degradation, including pollution, including water sweeping all these things back to the lake. So the driving force here was, how could I clean this environment out of fish skin? That is number one. Number two, I was also making use of my knowledge and skills that I studied in college to utilize these naturally available resources for myself. Lastly, I wanted a way of creating jobs for the youths. I'm not a youth, but I used to see a lot of problems. The youths come out of colleges every year, but there are no jobs. Well, I realized that leather tanning is one sector that has a very long value chain, and per every chain there is a job. There are jobs created. And remember this, the fish skin issue starts right from the fisherman. The fisherman sells it to the slaughterhouses, or rather the filleting industries. There they create jobs for those who are doing the filleting. Now, the waste again comes, and we decided now to organize women so that they also collect this waste. That again generates income for them. Then at my tannery, I also have people who are helping me doing the tanning. Then after that, the finished products, it goes all the way up to that person who wears it. And that drives our slogan that eat fish and wear fish, what you can see now in our logo. So these are the driving factors that pushed me into fish leather.
Can fashion be sustainable? The answer is a resounding yes. The tide is changing and the world embraces a very steady shift towards impact directed innovators and companies that have dared to explore the uncharted path of making the fashion world better, more sustainable, and eco friendly place, albeit with inspiring results.
Yeah, in terms of leather, we have what is called the emerging leather. These are leather that is different from the goat's leather, different from the sheep, the camel, and the cow's hides. And in Kisumu, as I told you, we take advantage of the opportunities. One of these unique leather is chicken leather. Yeah, and we came into this as a result of the flogging of the sewer lines from Jubilee Market. People there slaughter chicken, and they mainly supply the Indians. The Indians will never take chicken with the skin because of cholesterol level. So they remove the skin. Now, as a result, all these were dumped into the sewer lines. So there was a big problem. So we decided now to convert this chicken leather skin again into leather. Well, we also have rabbit. A number of our rabbit farmers, they are only for the meat, rabbit meat. But what happens to the fur is a different story. So we decided also to come to their aid, so that we buy this leather, the skin, the rabbit fur, convert it to leather, and also make other sellable items. Well, just as I mentioned before, that our production processes are eco-friendly. That means we are basically using plant compounds to do our leather tanning. Reason as to why we decided to go this direction is because, one, mineral tanning has caused a number of deaths. People have died because of the components of chromium oxide that they use in tanning. Chromium oxide is one of the heavy metals that is used in tanning, and it is actually the most common. The sulfide is another chemical that has caused a lot of deaths. Most clients may not understand the difference between chrome tanned and non-chrome tanned leather. Chrome tanned leather, if it is not done properly, then it is very carcinogenic. It's going to cause cancer. And you'll find anyone who is handling chrome going for dialysis all the time. And down here, we could not really go chrome way because main economic activities down here is fish farming. You'll find so many people with fish ponds, and you find Lake Victoria here, most people rely on it in terms of fish harvesting. Chrome, once it lands onto the ground, it will never disappear. And you'll find it floating in Lake Victoria within a very short period. This is going to poison all the fish there. Therefore, we decided not to go that direction. We must take care of our environment at all costs. And that is why our technology safeguards what we call the 4Hs: human health, environmental health, plant health, and animal health. The 4Hs. And these are actually at the heart of our business. It's not just making money, but we make money sustainably in a manner that protects human life, animal life, environmental life, and plant life.
On a business that leans towards social enterprising, Newton empowers and employs women, youth, and the old also not left behind through direct and indirect employment. He has partnered with local universities in providing internship to students pursuing courses in textile and leather. He also offers apprenticeship to those interested in the industry.
Our business is more of a social enterprise. It caters more for the welfare of the community. So the first level is actually to bring women close to these filleting industries, because initially there was a lot of disconnect. Now bring them close means, can we develop a product that will enable these women to move closer to these industries? And we did that. So they are collecting this waste and removing the fish scales and the remaining meat to produce what we call the fish balls. That is one way of generating this employment. Number two, when they deliver these things here, we pay them as a group. And when they deliver these things here, already I have youths here. But the first thing that we normally do is that we opened our doors for the universities to bring their students here for internship and attachment issues. Well, when we realize that one student is very good, we don't let these students just wallow in problems outside there. After he completes, we make sure that we absorb them. So that is one way of creating this employment. Number two, currently the government has a program called Kazi Mtaani. But the way they used to do it was not actually benefiting these people in future. It was just slashing along the road, and then that's the end of it, and then they make money. But now, what is the future for them? Currently, the government has really organized this program such that they bring these boys to the industries like ours, so that we train them to get the skills. Currently, I have a number of them here. Now, we are given that opportunity. We are told that they should be here for 6 weeks. But some of these programs must go beyond 6 weeks. Now, after the 6 weeks government period, we now take it upon ourselves to make sure that we engage these youths as employees. Meanwhile, they are still gaining experience through working. We train people. The reason why we decided to train people is because the market demand for these our products is so high, and we cannot meet that market demand. So when we train people, we also support them to start businesses similar to what we are doing. so that they help us meet this market demand. We are mainly doing export. That means there is now a vacuum in the local market. Now, we need these people also to start venturing into the local market as we are now moving ahead with our export. So that's why we train these youths, not even youths, because the problem is not only with the youths. The problem is also with women. The problem is with everybody, even old people, retired people. Yeah, people retire, but they are not tired. So we still bring them here so that they acquire skills. Like, for example, somebody has worked for the government for so many years. The area of his work could not enable him actually to establish any business. So they come back here, we give them these skills, and then they also start running their own cottage industries. Now, out of this, we meet the market demand outside.
Newton's idea has been well received internationally, and this is just among his success story.
When we started the business, we didn't know that we will just get into the export. The first client was a foreign. And it became like now, he went back and spread the news. And now the order started flowing in bulk. We had very little time to concentrate on marketing locally. That is number one. Number two, to really market the fish leather locally was a very, very difficult task for us. Because to convince someone from around here that you can put on shoes made out of fish leather, that was like a dream. They would just admire to look at it but not put it on, which means the market is not much down here. With the time now, it's picking up because the awareness, people are getting sensitized on the existence of the fish skin and what it can do. And people have now seen how durable the fish leather products last. So there is kind of a change of mind. Yeah, not that it was our wish, it wasn't our wish. But we also have our own strategies, marketing strategies. One is that we attend exhibitions, foreign exhibitions, trade fairs, both regionally and worldwide. So during this, we actually market ourselves. Besides that, we are attached to a component of United Nations called Switch Africa Green. Now, Switch Africa Green is a program that focuses on enterprises that are doing what we call clean production. Clean production entails minimization of waste that is going into the environment, using non-lethal chemicals in your production processes. So I'm part of that Switch Africa Green. They have done a lot in taking me outside the world, attending several conferences and given opportunity to exhibit and also explain what I do. That is also another way of marketing myself. The media has played a lot of big role. The international media, the local media, people, media houses like you. Once they take our stories, they take it outside there. That is again another way of promoting our products. So it's not just one way. We are also on internet. We have our websites. We have our emails. We have everything that will help us market our products. We export leather a lot because our finishing locally here is still very poor. So the foreign market will prefer buying our finished leather as their raw materials outside there, so that they produce their own market. Yeah, export for the finished products is just regionally within Africa. Yeah, but outside Africa is mainly fish leather. The success of business is determined by a number of factors. One of them is how many clients do I have that comes back repeatedly. Yes, we have quite a number of them. We are happy that we are the only tannery that now displays our products in a number of Amazon stores, both in Australia and in America. So that proves the success of our business. Number two, we've never closed. Remember, the window period, the close up for most of this small business, most cases is always 2 to 3 years. But us has gone beyond that. Number three, the success is determined by the number of beneficiaries that have benefited from this project. We have a number of people that have been trained here and are already helping us to support, to export. Yeah, so our business, uh, uh, we can say, is very successful.
Despite the highs, Newton also faces some challenges.
There are a number of challenges. One, the first, the initial challenge that we had was actually to market the fish leather products. Most people still do not believe fish leather is durable, and this, proved a little bit a hill for us to market our products. Number two is that people associate fish with food. If you tell someone that you can wear shoes made out of fish, then someone feels like there is something not right, because fish skin in most cases is consumed. But after making them aware that, filleting industries throw away this as a waste and destroying the environment, then people have now come to the reality that, there is a need to convert the skin into other industrial products like shoes. The other challenge that we've been facing is actually the exchange rate. Like currently, we have a problem. The Kenyan shilling is weak, and if you are trading with outside world, they would wish that, you just have to open a dollar account. Opening a dollar account is a bit, it's not really difficult, but it will really affect you here, your income. Like right now, especially when we have the currency exchange problem. The other challenge is that we don't have institutions that trains people on green chemistry, tanning, whereby you use plants compounds. This is again another big problem. All the tanneries, all the institutions we have here in Kenya, they use mineral tanning, that is the use of chemicals. So when these students comes out, they cannot really do what we call commercial vegetable tanning. That is again another problem. So it means we do not have enough labor to employ, even though the tanneries are coming up, but we do not have enough skilled manpower on leather tanning. We also don't have so many institutions that train people on this. In fact, I can only mention IT Kabete, Nairobi University Kikuyu campus, and then Dedan Kimathi. Just those three. The students that enrolls for this are also not so many. The largest number I've seen at IT Kabete are actually 16. Yeah, are actually 16. Yeah. So with that 16, imagine once they graduate, what happens? The uniqueness in this business, one is that we use a very unique kind of a skin that most people have never dreamt of. That is number one. We use a very unique kind of technology. That is application of green chemistry. We apply the principles of clean technology based on green chemistry. That is actually a very unique technology that most people have never applied before. The other unique thing is the market. We have a very unique market in that most of our market outlet, of our target market, are high end, and they are ready to pay. The other segment of the market that is unique for us are these people who are concerned with the environment. Those who are buying our products are those who they are buying the benefits of the product, and they say they are buying because the products help save the environment from destruction. Yeah. Therefore, those are the unique areas that are associated with our business. The government did a lot of programs, what we call post-COVID programs. This really motivated us a lot. The county government, departments of Micro and Small Enterprise Authority, the Kenya Industrial Estate, they are always with us. Yeah, Kenya Investment Authority. All these programs have always been supporting us. Yeah, in all this our journey.